Hey, welcome to my channel, Cooking with Manual Focus, and today we're going to be making some absolutely delicious collard greens with smoked turkey necks. Now, let me tell you, happy holidays. Now, Thanksgiving ain't Thanksgiving until you put them collard greens on the table. And I got you in the game with this recipe. So without further ado, let's go down to this workstation, focus on these collard greens and smoked turkey necks, and I got you in the game. All right, fam, this is a simple recipe. Only a few ingredients, and then I got a little secret weapon that I like to put in mine. And I know some people will be like, that is blasphemy in a southern kitchen. However, we can debate that. Now, we got these collard greens right here, and if you never made collard greens before, you probably asking why I got them in the sink. Is because you got to get these bad boys washed. Before we get these greens in their bath, what we want to do is we want to trim these greens down. And to be honest with you, before you trim them, you can wash them, but I just wanted to make it simpler for you guys. So we're going to trim them, and then we're going to put them in their bath. And trimming your collards is absolutely easy. So here's an easy way to do it. Just like right here at the end of the leaf, just break it, right? Set it to the side. And then we're going to do that for all our leaves, right? And then we'll come back and address the meat of this collard green. And for the stalk of the stem, a lot of people take it out, which you just come through right here, make a little cut, right? And you can keep it on, but I'm gonna tell you, if you keep this meat right here, because it's not too big, you can throw that in the bottom of your pan and chop it up, and fam, you'll be in the game. Some people don't like it, but for me, I'm gonna keep it. Again, that's still good eating right there. Now, I like to be, efficient. So once I get everything cut up, I got me a heaping pile of greens, and then I got the meat of the stem. And then to make this more efficient, so you're moving along in your kitchen, at a good pace, just take all of them and then cut them down in one go. And then this will make your cooking a lot easier, a lot simpler. Now, for like the bigger stalks, I'm not going to use like all this. For the ones that are bigger, like once I get to like the bigger parts, I'm going to discard that. But for the smaller pieces, I will keep that. And if you don't want those, you can definitely discard them. Most people, they discard them. But again, I don't like throwing anything away, and nothing's going to waste in this kitchen. We're going to reuse just about everything. Save money like that, and you make absolutely delicious meals. Now, we got these greens, and again, for efficiency purposes, hey, you get everything cut, and then all you got to do is just roll them, get your tight roll, and then come, and then you can cut them together, and then this will keep you from having to cut everything individually. You'll work a lot quicker, and then you'll get in the game on Thanksgiving a lot quicker, because you're going to be making a whole meal, right? And you want to be moving quickly. So we just get through everything. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna cut them in half from the rows that I did, and these will make them into like bite-sized pieces. And that's it, fam. Now we put this in their bath, get them rinsed off, and we're in the game. All right, fam, let's address washing these greens. So first you want cold water, right? So cold water will not cook your greens. And then you want to go in with a couple pinches of salt, and then we'll get our greens in this water. And you just want to get in there and wash these greens. You really want to take out like that dirt, any bugs that might be in these collard greens, because you don't want to be eating bugs, right? But you want these to be, nice and clean. And just because they be running them underwater in your supermarket doesn't mean that these greens are clean. And plus, you got to think about people touching them and stuff like that. Hey, make sure you clean these greens, right? Once your water runs clear and your greens are not gritty, then you're in the game, fam. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain this water, and we're going to finish this recipe. All right, fam, let's go ahead and build this flavor in this pot. And I'm gonna be honest with you, once these greens start simmering in that pot, that's where the magic and the gold happens, right? So I'm going in with a whole white onion. You can go with yellow onions if you like, but I like the bite of the white onion with greens. And let me tell you a little story about greens. So when you get like a little frost, that's when your greens become nice and sweet. And that's when I really like them. And that's really why, you know, Thanksgiving time is like a big time for greens, because they're a little bit sweeter than they are in the summer. So now I got my pot that we're gonna be working with today. And don't get scared, because, you know, your collard greens may seem like, you know, they're overtaking the pot. Because once you start cooking, they're gonna simmer down, right? Now, fam, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add these turkey necks in this pot of greens. And these smoked turkey necks have a bunch of salt, so I'm gonna hold off the salt, you know, in this recipe, because these right here, these turkey necks, are gonna take and flavor this pot. So once, you know, we get everything else in this pot, and you'll see what we're working with, fam, hey, you're gonna be in the game. And you can throw however many turkey necks that you want. I'm gonna tell you, because my fam is a fan of meat, hey, I'm gonna put this whole package in. And this is about 2 pounds of turkey necks right here. And like I said, this is gonna flavor these greens. So what I wanna do is I wanna, you know, mix these greens and these turkey necks in while we add everything else in. I'm gonna get the rest of my greens out of the sink into this pan. Now I got that white onion that I'm gonna add back to the party. And like I said, this pot right here is all about now building flavors. Now I'm going in with some chicken broth. And again, I'm using reduced sodium because, like I said, those turkey necks are gonna have enough salt. This is 48 ounces of chicken broth that we're gonna be using. Now I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of onion powder, hit it with a little bit of garlic powder, going with some crushed red peppers, some pepper, black pepper. Now I know a lot of people gonna say, man, why you putting this in collard greens? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar, and this is gonna help with the bitterness of these greens. Now I'm not saying add like a whole cup, but a tablespoon or so of sugar will put you in the game. Now I'm gonna go back with the rest of my chicken broth, and then lastly, fam, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And then that pot right there, once we get this on the heat, we're gonna bring this up to like a boil, and then we're gonna let it simmer and let it cook for about an hour. And then, fam, you're gonna be in the game. So Thanksgiving ain't Thanksgiving in the South or wherever you at without those collard greens on the table. And these collard greens right here with those turkey necks, hey, we got you in the game, fam. So I'm gonna let these cook. Like I said, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stir them up, you know, every now and then, and watch these bad boys come up and get right. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, fam, we've been going for about 30 minutes or so, and take a look at that right there. Hey, we're gonna reduce our heat and let it simmer, but I'm gonna let you guys see this. So like I said, just continue to stir. Just make sure everything is nice and mixed in. See that in the bottom of that pan right there? Hey, that is all flavor. And again, if you never cooked collard greens, hey, that's what they call it, pot liquor. Hey, get you a cup of that, some cornbread, hey, you in the game. But fam, we're gonna let this go the rest of the way, reduce that heat, let it simmer, and we're in the game. All right, fam, my house is smelling absolutely delicious. Got a nice little simmer going. Those greens are nice and tender. And like I said, look at that pot right there. Hey, it's nice and flavorful. And all we gotta do now, get these bad boys plated, get some cornbread, get that turkey. We in the game, fam. Hey, there you have it. You got your absolutely delicious collard greens with those turkey necks, Hey fam, we in the game. All right fam, you already know what we gotta do. We gotta give this bad boy a taste test. Now, go ahead and shred you some of that smoked turkey necks with those collard greens. But you know, chef's choice, always give me a whole turkey neck, right? But anyway, hey, here we go. Cheers fam, and again, happy holidays. And that fam, that's absolutely delicious. And then I gotta pair it with that jalapeno cornbread. And that is absolutely amazing, fam. And I'm gonna go in for another bite of this. That's amazing. Cheers again. That, fam, is absolutely delicious. Now, if you're new to the channel, you like this content, go ahead, smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And for the Focus fam that's been rolling me for a while, you already know what I gotta do. I gotta smash into these collard greens and smoked turkey necks, and we'll see you guys on the next recipe. Peace.